Trying to see if this works, because I got a new mount for my phone. So let me see if this works. But this Monday, I'm holding my Black Wealth class. And if you are on my list, you're literally going to get like $200 off for my Black Wealth class. And it's a 1-year class. Okay? It's a 1-year class, right? So the goal is to help you become a better money manager. The goal is to help you become, change your energy around money. The goal is to help you become a better saver, a better investor. And, you know, the goal really is to help you further, you know, your family, right? That's the whole goal behind my Black Wealth class. When I created it 2 years ago, I said, you know, what's the goal? What do I want people to know, right? So this Monday, which is November 16th at 8 o'clock, I already got like 40 people in my class. We're going to be going over stocks and ownership, right? Now, are you a stock investor? Now, if you have a 401k, automatically you're a stock investor, right? But you're not in control of that, right? You're not in control of that. Your job is in control of it, or the government is in control of it, right? So what I teach is how to do for self, right? How to do your own stock, how to do your own analysis. Now, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just going off of my entrepreneurship experience and the portfolio that I have been able to build over the years, right? So I'm going to be talking about becoming a stock owner, ownership, you know, and how your money in the bank is tied up in stocks, how your money in your 401k is tied up in stocks, how your IRA, life insurance, everything is tied up in the money market, right? If you look at the money market now and you see, you know, the faces or the financial advisors, most of them are white skinned people, right? Because they dominate that, right? So we need more black people. I'm thinking about getting my financial advisor license. I mean, just to say I got it, honestly, you know, really. But, you know, I don't really need it, but, you know, something good to have. So, you know, I'm thinking about doing that, but I know that ownership in real estate, ownership in business, ownership in stocks is everything, right? You know, white wealth has soared 75% during the pandemic. Black wealth has went under the bus during the pandemic. So, you know, that says a lot, you know, and, you know, unfortunately, you know, the African American community, again, we were not taught about ownership. We were not taught to have. We were not taught to start businesses. We were not taught to buy houses. All we were taught just to work for the man, be a slave, and die, right? And again, you know, you know, we didn't learn nothing in school. We didn't learn nothing in high school. We didn't learn nothing in college. We didn't learn nothing, right? I mean, we didn't even learn how to wipe ourselves right. You know what I'm saying? So as an adult now, it's like we got to revamp. Right? As an adult now, we gotta re-strategize, right? Because the way I was thinking in 2011, 2012, 2013 is not the way I'm thinking in 2020 or in 2021, right? So same thing for you. And one of my mentors said, he said, every 10 years is a crisis, right? Remember, there was a crisis in 2000. There was a crisis in 2008. Now, you know, there's a crisis in 2020. And I think it was a crisis in, what, 2008, 2010, right? Remember the 2K, Y2K or whatever. They were saying the world was going in and all this stuff, and people was going out buying all this stuff. Every 10 years is a crisis. So Corona is just another crisis that we went through. But what crises do is wean out the losers from the winners. So crisis is in the Bible too, right? So for all you guys who believe in God, and for you guys God-fearing and Christians and all that, crisis is in the Bible too. We have to have a crisis to cleanse the earth. There has to be some type of crisis or some type of pandemic, you know, to cleanse the earth. That's where we're at right now. So if you wasn't prepared, you were one of the people that got cleaned out. You was the one of those people that had to deplete your entire savings. You was the one that literally probably end up having to go back to live with your parents if you weren't prepared. But the ones that were prepared were able to soar, right? I've learned new things. I've learned new skills. I revamped my business. I revamped my websites. I revamped my mindset. I started weaning out even friends that were toxic to me for years, right? So, we needed this pandemic. And in 2030, there's going to be another pandemic. Will you be ready, right? That's the key to this, right? Will you be ready? Because Apple got rich, Amazon got rich, Walmart got rich. All these big companies, corporations, and even other people that were prepared got rich. And they're winning. Right? And they're winning. See, I'm already a multiple 6-figure earner online. Now I need to get into multiple 7 figures a year, right? So that's why I got to hire mentors. I got to hire people to help me strategize. I got to hire people that, are making $100,000 a month, $200,000 a month to show me how. So, if you were not prepared for this pandemic, that means you wasn't prepared for the 2010 pandemic. You wasn't prepared for the 2000 pandemic. You wasn't prepared for the 70s or the 1980s, pandemic, the crack pandemic. You wasn't prepared, right? So let the buck stop here. Prepare for the next pandemic now, 10 years before. So when it hits, you and your family will be already ahead of the game. Right? You and your family will already be ahead of the game, right? And this is truly how this works. So if you wasn't prepared, then it's unfortunate. But guess what? Don't let the next pandemic catch you. Don't let the next pandemic catch you without at least, $50,000 in the bank. Don't let the next pandemic catch you without a house. Don't let the next pandemic catch you, with a beat up car. Don't let the next pandemic catch you, without a business or some stocks or some savings. Don't let the next pandemic catch you. Right? So this is what we learned in 2020. Each pandemic weans out the losers, right? So Monday, we're going to be talking about stocks. We're going to be talking about ownership, right? We're going to be talking about moving forward in life, right? How you can stay ahead of the game, how you can stay ahead of the curve, how you can stay in position in any economy, in any kind of economy, in any type of pandemic, how you can stay in position. My business soared. I couldn't believe it myself, right? I never had a business in the pandemic. In 2010, I was working a job. So I wasn't able to experience the growth, right, in 2010 because I had a job. But now in 2020, because I started a business in 2011, 2012, 2013, I was already preparing for 2020 and I didn't even know it. Same thing for you, right? You prepare now. So when the next pandemic, because there will be another pandemic in another 10 years, who knows how long that's going to last, right? Because the 2008 pandemic, guess what? People are still recovering. 2010 pandemic, people are still recovering from that, right? So who knows how long this stuff is going to last. But if you are in position, if you got a business, if you got stocks, if you're investing, if you're buying courses, if you're investing in mentors, if you get education, if you're reading books, if you're going to networking events, if you're expanding yourself, and that's the way that you live, and that's the energy that you're on, the next 2030 pandemic ain't going to catch you in poverty. It ain't going to catch you assed out, right? It's going to catch you at the right time because now you're in position and this is the time to soar, right? My TLC business, 150 people joined my business in 90 days. I didn't even know it until I logged into the back office and saw all these people join me. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, how all these people got in? Right? But I was in position. That's why. I was in position, right? And the people was buying my courses, right? Because I was in position, right? And the people were joining my classes. I was in position, right? So the next 2030 pandemic, right, is going to catch me in position too. By that time, I'm going to have a bigger house, right? I'm going to have a better car. My bank account going to be prettier. My stock portfolio going to be bigger. My real estate portfolio going to be bigger. And my network is going to be bigger, right? So that's what I'm preparing for. So if you haven't got on my list, I'm giving up to 85% off. Right, up to. So it could be 10%, 20%, 30%, 40%, 50%, 60%, up to 85%. And it's starting this Friday, Friday the 13th. If you're not in my Black Wealth class, if you get onto my list, you probably can get it for $99 for the whole entire year. Okay, because I'm giving percentages off. It's going to be that Friday. It's going to be Friday and Saturday. Everything's going back. And then whoever's in, whoever got the deal, got it, period. Right? So again, guys, don't let the 2030 pandemic catch you. Don't let crisis of your 40s and 50s catch you in poverty, because poverty is a curse. Poverty is a curse. If you were born in poverty, you should not die in poverty. If you were born in poverty, your kids should not experience poverty. Poverty is a curse. Poverty is a curse. God is not for poverty. The devil's for poverty. That's why people trying to get rich. That's why people are trying to get ahead, because they know poverty ain't the way, right? So again, guys, you got to do everything in your power to get ahead. You got to do everything in your might to get ahead. You got to do everything that you can to move forward, right? Don't worry about who doing, Trump saying, Biden saying, what they doing, because they're not helping your family anyway. Only you can help your family. I voted for me because I'm the one that can help my family, not the presidents, not the local senators and all that. They ain't never did nothing for me, right? I doing something for me, right? So again, guys, it's like ownership is everything. If we know that all of our money is in the stock market, why not become an owner in some of these stocks? All right, so that's what we're going to be talking about Monday. So make sure you grab your spot, and I'll see you guys in class.